Oh my goodness. I am so freaking happy to be back on live talking to y'all. I know that this is like in the middle of the day. It's 2:13 p.m. and on a Tuesday. So I'm just like, I don't even know who's going to show up to this live because I really want to talk about Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, and I really want to talk about the Wicked movie, but most importantly, about the latest video I dropped on my YouTube channel speaking about that. I kind of cried a little bit in it because I just I just am not the type of person that wants people to be bombarded with questions about their bodies because it's just not nice. To put it simple and plain, it's not nice, it's not kind. Um, I just know how much I would not appreciate it if someone was constantly badgering me, telling me, oh my God, like, you've lost weight. Oh my God, like, how did that happen, girl? Like, what's tea? What's tea? And you just never know. People could really be going through something. Maybe it's really even not their fault that they are not at the weight that they used to be. And it could just make for a very unpleasant conversation. So, anyways, I saw this video on TikTok and it was an interview of Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo talking to this guy. And she was basically being asked about what other sorts of talent she has that she can present and showcase to people. And she literally said, I have nothing left to give. And sometimes that's really the tea, that you really don't have nothing else to give people because you just have just enough for yourself. So I'm about to show this video and obviously, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about what she said in the video and whatnot. And I just want to have a deeper conversation about it because I think it's very, very important that we do. Because not because we are women, not because we were once a kid, not because, we're human beings. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Speaking about somebody's body and questioning them about it, um, just, it doesn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, this is the video. I'm going to play the audio for y'all. Ready?
It's a secret skill that the fans will be surprised to know.
I don't think I have anything else to
That's
give.
real.
I've been wrung out, and it's over. I don't know.
Like, and Cynthia Erivo tried to kind of save the moment a little bit when she was like, oh, well, you do beautiful watercolor paintings. You gave me one and XYZ. But I feel like her answer straight up being like, I have nothing else to give. Oh my goodness. I was like, yes. Sometimes you really just have enough for yourself. And that is okay. And you can't let that bother you. You can't let the fact that people expectations, like you're not meeting their expectations, because the expectation that Ariana is setting for herself um and her viewers and the people that look up to her, she's setting the example that it's okay to have given all, what's it called, oh my gosh, English, to have showcased your gifts, right? And choosing to reel back in, and so you can pour into yourself. You know what I'm saying? So here's the rest of the video where Cynthia is talking about how beautiful her watercolor painting was and how she kind of tried to like downplay it.
Your watercolor. Oh yeah, I painted you a painting. That's generous. It was out of love. That's why you liked it. But it's gorgeous. It's not good. You love it. It is good. No, there's nothing. There's nothing there. Capricorn, I don't like. There's nothing there. It's also burnt in the middle because I set it on a candle. It is not by accident. It's a beautiful landscape portrait of Munchkinland with a hole in the middle. There is no hole in the middle. This is an exaggeration, and she is not giving it the credit it is due. I called her crying. I refused. She did call me crying. And then I saw it and I didn't understand why she was crying because it's still gorgeous. There's a gray orb in the middle. There is not a gray. There's a gray orb. It's pictured. I have evidence. There's a gray
I'm
candle
screaming.
I don't understand what she sees. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna laminate it and I'm gonna frame it.
You
and then you're gonna
attack IMDb like just so we can recall.
I am
that.
screaming. But they look so freaking cute in their outfits. Oh my gosh. You cannot tell me that they don't look fabulous. The fashion, whoever is the stylist for this freaking movie, for their press run, maybe it's 2 different ones. Congratulations, pat yourself on the back because you have us as the audience glued in. Like whether you just like fashion or you just love movies or you just love singing, vocal ranges, all the musical terms and whatnot. Wicked, chef's kiss. I haven't seen it yet, obviously. Like, girl. Like, what the hell? I think it comes out this Friday or Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. But oh my gosh. So I recently filmed a video actually about them in their interviews. And oh my gosh, you're going to see, I literally started to tear up because they just started talking about girlhood. And if there are any guys in here, guyhood, little boyhood, I'm sure you can relate in some ways. And they were just talking about that, the love of friendship, kindness. I don't know what it was. It just really brought me back to a place where I too once was a little girl, wanting to make friends, wanting to be expressive, but also was just sometimes worried about what other people had to say about how I expressed myself. But then I had the reinforcement of my mother that would constantly feed back into me and tell me, you're good. Like, you can be yourself. You can really do anything. And my mom always continued to instill that in me. And I feel like not a lot of people obviously have that. And so sometimes you had to be your biggest cheerleader. And it just makes you so emotional because it's like once you find that one thing that maybe a parent or a guardian once instilled in you, or maybe even if it was a stranger, guys, even if it was a stranger that really reinforced the way that you saw yourself or the way that you express your confidence, once you find that in a friendship, once you find that in a friendship, it's like your whole world is new again. And that's what I saw expressed in those interviews. Because let me tell you something. They were talking about how they got matching tattoos. You don't get matching tattoos with somebody that you do not like. I'm so sorry, but it just don't happen. Like that's crazy. I wouldn't personally, and I feel like you obviously would not get matching tattoos with somebody that you did not mess with like that. So they got matching tattoos, not 1, not 2, not 3. Like I'm pretty sure they have like about 4 or 5 tattoos, matching tattoos. Like, and they all kind of signify something either with their friendship or with the Wicked movie, because I recently learned so much about Ariana's past, about how she's always wanted to play one of the characters in Wicked. And it just blew my mind because I'm just like, sometimes we think that the goal is not achievable. I feel like I learned so much through these interviews. But it's like sometimes we really feel like the goal is not achievable, and just because we can't see it, or maybe because the lane that is created for it has, we don't have the construction workers to lay down the groundwork for you to walk that path yet, but it's there, and that's what I saw for Ariana Grande in the interviews, bro. Like, I was just like, wow, clap it up for yourself. I want y'all to clap it up for yourself too, for anything that you've been striving for. Even if you wake up every single day and you put one foot forward and you take one foot, you roll off that bed to get one step closer to what you're trying to achieve, clap it up for yourself, please. I'm so serious. I am so serious. Like, no corny stuff at all. If you have rolled out of bed, if you sipped water, if you're the type of person that don't mess with water at all too, it really is the little things. It really is the little things. Little steps, little things, 1% every single day will get you to that 100%. And I'm not even trying to go on like some motivational rant or anything, but I feel so influenced by their interviews to just share what I felt and what I've like received from that, and what I want to give to y'all. Because I mean, y'all don't owe me ish. Y'all don't have to sit here and listen to me and watch my live or anything, but I'm grateful. And by me doing this is a way for me to lay down the groundwork to get a step closer, to be seen more, to cultivate a community. And that is another thing with Wicked. Oh my goodness. The community that movie has cultivated from, now I'm not talking about from the recent ones. I'm talking about, I think the 19, oh my gosh, I'm about to be so wrong. When was the first Wicked film made? I think, was it in the 80s? The 80s. I believe it was in the 80s. But anyways, it's just how the film was able to impact people from not only back then, but to now into the 21st century. That one singular film, that one singular musical, because it was a musical before it was a film, has laid down the groundwork for people like Ariana and Cynthia Erivo to share their gifts and their talents. How amazing is that, bro? How amazing. I just can't, like, I can't. And it just makes me so happy that, I don't know, it just gives me that happiness feeling of I too can continue to lay down the groundwork in order to achieve my goals. Even if they may not look like what I've pictured them to be in my head, at least I'm getting there, you know? Because sometimes your wildest dreams, like, you think that you've got it all made up here, but when it starts happening out here, you're mind blown. You're mind blown, and you're taken aback because you're just like, wow, I never thought that I would be living my wildest dreams. I never thought. And it's because you've never seen it outside of the realm that you've been in, you know? So, um there was a video that I wanted to show you guys that I saw on TikTok as well. And it was basically this girl that was saying that Ariana, basically, because she is a role model and whatnot, she needs to make sure that she is telling her audience not to basically have an ED. And I wholeheartedly disagreed. And I want to show you guys the video because I think that it's important that we discuss this, because I just don't agree wholeheartedly. I don't agree. So here's the video.
I know I'm going to get shit for this, and I know that the Arianators are probably already choosing what weapon they're going to use to assassinate me.
I'm screaming.
But you could not pay me to say that Ariana Grande looks healthy, because she does not.
That right there is a crazy line within itself. Because again, I feel like people have not learned, especially with Chadwick Boseman. May he rest in peace, continue to rest in peace. People have not learned that these issues, it's not something for you to stand on your high horse and point out, because you are not better than this person that is going through what they're going through. You don't know. All you have are assumptions. Okay, so let me share some more of this video.
She looks emaciated.
That's
And for a
crazy.
32-year-old woman, she is strikingly thin. I want to approach this subject with sympathy because I understand that Ariana Grande is in the limelight. That comes with so much pressure. She is one of the most
Yes.
famous people in the world. And I'm sure that that is a struggle for her in ways that I can't understand. But, but because she's in the limelight, we have no choice but to acknowledge that she is a role model and she does set an example for a lot of people,
Which
especially
no
young
one's
people,
denying.
young girls specifically. Her fan base is a ton of young girls, a ton of young women. And because of that, as much as I don't like commenting on the appearance of women as someone who has gone through that themselves, it's important to acknowledge that other people are going to look up to her. Little girls might walk through Target, see the doll of Ariana Grande, and think, I should look like that. They might see the billboard on the highway.
And that's where you, as a parent, a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, whoever comes in, and you tell that same little girl, little boy, whoever, that they should have a mind of their own. I will not stop saying this. They should have a mind of their own. They should be able to think for themselves, because Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, Wicked is not responsible for the body image that your child decides to cultivate because of something that they watch, or someone who they idolize, or is a role model to them. They should be able to think for themselves and to respect bodies. That's another thing. I feel like a lot of the times people do not respect bodies, all sorts of bodies. They don't. It's very controversial. Whether you're thick, whether you're thin, whether you're fat, whether you're whatever, people do not respect people's bodies and the stages in which they are going through. It's always, oh, my condolences. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you had that. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, a little too late. We need to learn how to respect people now rather than later. We really do. We need to be mindful. And if you don't know how to be mindful, look it up. Talk to a friend, to somebody. People need to respect one another more often than not. They may be celebrities, I get it. Okay? We want to poke prod, we want to know everything. We want to know what's the new tea, when's the new perfume dropping, if you get down like that, right? But at the end of the day, you have to learn how to respect people, and that comes down to boundaries. Boundaries are very important. And I feel like a lot of people were not taught boundaries. I kid you not. I kid you not. So many people have not learned what boundaries are, and maybe they only think that it exists in their own relationships or in their own lives, but they don't understand that the boundaries extends all the way up through your work life, church, wherever you go, the mall, when you're on the bus. Boundaries are boundaries no matter where you go. A perfect example of people not respecting other people's boundaries, and I've been even a person that has consumed this, okay, if somebody's crossing somebody's boundary. So I saw a video not too long ago on TikTok, and this person was basically on the train, and they had a phone And they basically were recording the other individual that was on the phone texting long paragraphs or answering long paragraphs from maybe a significant other. That is a form of crossing one's boundary. You don't even know this person, but you're right there. You zooming in so you can see what they've been writing and then posting it to the entire internet so they could know. Oh my God. I literally had to sit with myself. I really had to sit with myself and say, girl, girl, you literally, even if it was indirectly, you literally crossed somebody boundary and they don't even know it. Maybe they have, maybe weeks later it pops up on their For You page. But now everybody knows their tea, that what they're going through, maybe their fight that they're having with their significant other or their mother, their father. It's everywhere. It's tea. And so we think that it's okay. You get a little kiki, you laugh about it. Wow. No, that is a form of crossing one's boundary, and we need to respect that. Okay. Another one is secretly recording people's conversations. What's it called? I feel like people don't mess with how I'm calling it out, because we've all have consumed some sort of content that has some sort of expose about listening in on somebody's conversation. That is a form of crossing somebody's boundary as well. So, yeah, I'm going to continue to play this video so we can continue to talk about it. So,
of her looking strikingly thin and think I should look like that.
To claim that she's the healthiest she's ever been, to claim that she's at peak performance, for her to go on an interview and defend herself, which she has every right to do. But to say that people that are calling her out are crazy and they're obsessed and they're conspiracy theorists, I don't know exactly what she said, but that's what Twitter was basically saying that she was saying. All of that sums up into a narrative that teaches people that body is attainable and beneficial.
That is such a jump. I'm so sorry, but that is such a stretch. Like, that is like jumping to conclusions. That is jumping to conclusions. And it's insane. Oh my gosh, excuse me. It's insane to say that the fact that just looking at Ariana's body and saying that people are going to think that that body is obtainable and that she should, basically what you're asking her is that she should eat more, not knowing that that lady probably eats. She probably eats so much but can't retain what she needs, the nutrients and the fat and everything to turn into muscle. You don't know. You're just talking, maybe from your own experience, but at the end of the day, all you have is talk. All you have is speculation, and you're sensationalizing it because of your own experience, and you're equating it and saying, me and this person that has had an ED must have thought the same exact way and is telling people not to eat. That is a jump of a conclusion. That doesn't make any sense. That is not what Ariana is exemplifying. If anything, she's out here showcasing her talents. She's showcasing that you can obtain a dream of yours. She's showcasing that you can not only share your talents with one person or more, whatever, but you can bring communities together with those sorts of talents. The focus shouldn't be on the body. The focus should be on the talents, the gifts that we are consuming. Why are we not grateful enough for that? Why don't we just give her well wishes, her and Cynthia Erivo? Why is that so hard? I feel like nowadays it's just so easy to go and do the blame game. I honestly feel like a lot of these people that are talking about her body, under whatever pictures and whatnot, they are struggling and they're projecting. And it's sad. and you need help. And I'm not saying that as a rude thing, but no, truly, it's sad. You're projecting, and it's not fair, because maybe once upon a time you maybe needed somebody to point out maybe how you looked or what you were going through and hold you accountable. I don't think this is one of the cases with Ariana Grande. So don't shoot the messenger, okay? Let me know what you guys thought about this discussion, though. I keep seeing like maybe one or two people come, in and out, in and out. I appreciate it, though. That's more than what I had yesterday. And I'm going to continue doing lives. I'm going to host another live later today, maybe have a different discussion later tonight. I appreciate you, the one viewer that keeps coming back, this and the other one. I really appreciate it. This is just me working towards my own dreams. I'm inspired. I'm inspired by Ariana. I'm inspired by Cynthia Erivo. I'm inspired and I'm held together by God, child. And yes. So yeah, I hope that you guys have a great day. I know this is probably like an awkward timing to have a live, but I really wanted to talk to you guys because I think it's so important to have these conversations and just to hang out, And hopefully I start getting people to comment on the lives as I'm on here and whatnot, so we can just have important conversations. I think the next conversation that we have will maybe have to do a little bit with like compassion and whatnot. So yeah, if you want to see any of my other videos, I will be dropping one at 3:30. So I gotta hop off, and then another one at 5:30, and then another one at 8:30 tonight. So don't miss any of those drops. I appreciate you guys again. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.